down below region. I find it truly quite traumatic. I want to apologise basically. This feels so strange. Hi everyone, I really hope you're doing well. Today, my IPL journey, 1 year on. Yeah, when I upload this video, it'll be 1 year since I started my laser hair removal at home journey, and I haven't actually posted about my IPL journey in like 8 months. Very sorry about that. I really should have kind of kept more of a frequent update, but it's been a weird year. I think we can all agree. So yeah, everything's been kind of like thrown for a loop a little bit. In this video, I'm going to be updating you on my progress, showing you what my hair growth is like now, and I've collated every question that yous have all been asking us. My social medias and my YouTube comments are just inundated in IPL questions. That is what I get the most questions on out of anything. I really just want this to kind of be a hub for everybody because a lot of people ask the same questions. I've written them all out. It took me years. I've got frequently asked questions and I have helpful comments. Oh, I should probably say, if you haven't watched the previous videos to this, I have 3 other IPL videos. I would massively recommend going to watch them now because there's so much information in there. It's a really kind of in-depth tips, tricks, progress report. I have like my body hair out there for you, and I think it's quite interesting to see the timeline of my hair. FAQs will be answered very shortly, so stay tuned. But I think what would make sense is maybe I just update you from my last video. I'd finished my 12 weeks, I believe, if you're unaware. You have to do a 12-week course once a week, and then you can go a little bit less frequently and just kind of do top-up sessions. So I want to come at you from the position I am the awful human who has not been very kind of regimented with it, which I feel is quite a good place to come from because I feel like a lot of people would struggle to, you know, every second week I will do my IPL. Like, life's just not like that. So I finished my 12 weeks and then I think I did 4 extra weeks, and then I didn't do it, cold turkey, no joke, for about 4 months. I'm the worst human in the world and I hate myself. But it was quite an interesting test as to how long the results last for. I have been really impressed. I'd say the first 2 months my hair was still really kind of like thin. I could really see the results. And then continuing to just shave and not do IPL sort of in between, my hair did start to get thicker again, which was annoying. It never promises to, you know, you never have hair ever again. Like, that's like not how it works. Like, you've got to do the top-up sessions. However, what I found really, really, really helpful was when I did pick it up after me 4-month drought, all of my progress was not lost literally as soon as I started doing it again. So I would say I did it every sort of second week. So do it, miss a week, do it, miss a week. And I did that for a little bit, and honestly, it's like I never was not doing it, if that makes sense. So I don't want to say like, oh, it permanently like changes your hair growth, but I'm so impressed with how quickly your progress picks back up. I am pleased to say, like, I really did keep to that 12-week first stint. Like, I did it every Wednesday for 12 weeks, and I'm so pleased I did that because it feels like anything I do now, it's very thankful for that 12 weeks and it works really well. I am so pleased with that. I'll insert some footage now of what my body looks like now. As I said before, go and watch my last videos just to kind of get an idea of change in my hair thickness. But if you haven't watched my last videos, quick little summary: I have done my legs, I've done my armpits, I have actually done my upper lip area, and I've kind of done my bikini line. Oh, and I've done my arms as well actually. I'm just making my way through my whole body. Making my way downtown. So yeah, I've got a few pictures now. This is 3 weeks of hair growth. So this is like a little stint where I haven't shaved and I haven't IPL'd. I've been quite busy, I've had a lot going on, and yeah, this is 3 weeks of growth. Now, as you can see, yes, there's hair, right? No one's disputing that. There is hair. However, this would never have been possible before. If you left me at the start of this project to grow my hair for 3 weeks, it would not be a good sight. From your previous videos, you'll know, like, if I shaved, the next day there'd be like hair there, no question, and it was thick stubble, and it would just get longer, it would just get thicker. And if I'd left it to grow for 3 weeks, it's really interesting because you can definitely see if I've like missed a spot or I've like not zapped like a little thin line of my shin. Like, I do have like the very odd dark thick hair, which is fine because who is like zooming in on your legs and looking for one thick hair? But if your whole shin is long thick hairs, it's not ideal. Like that you can see, but one hair I do not care about. They're quite weak hairs, so you can like pull them out if you want to. I don't tend to do that because when you're IPL and you don't want to like pull out the root because then it has nothing to zap. So I would rather just wait until I next shave and then make sure I get that area when I next IPL. As a whole, my legs are just unbelievable. Like, they're just the best. Also, my armpits, the progress on my armpits is amazing. I'm so pleased with them. This, again, 3 weeks of growth. I don't mind going out the house with them being like this, even if I was wearing like a shorter sleeve where you might see them, because unless you're really close up, you're not really seeing that. So yeah, again, so pleased with my armpits. Last time I IPL'd, I was mid-zapping my arms and we had a massive power cut. So actually, I can't really count that as like a full IPLing session. So if I show you these, like, just bear in mind that they've probably not been like properly IPL'd in quite a while. But still, compared to the arm hair I used to have, which was, no joke, like, it was worse than like Tom has now. It was like really quite like long, and you know that kind that you can really see? That again is so much better. My upper lip, I am sort of been deterred from a little bit because a lot of the comments were talking about my mole, and obviously it's probably not the safest for me to be zapping that because I've got a mole here and I've actually got a mole there as well. So to be honest, I've kind of stopped doing it on my upper lip. I've decided that it's not for me. If you didn't have any moles, then I'm jealous because I think it's such a good idea for it. But yeah, that's that. So that journey's kind of finished for me. Down below region. That is the one part of the body that the pain of it actually deters me from doing it. I find it truly quite traumatic. Sometimes I'm actually like too scared to include it in my IPL session because it just hurts so much. What I would say is it's really helping with ingrown hairs. I used to get quite a lot of ingrown hairs down there, and it's not fun. It's not fun, especially when you're like walking around wearing your pants and it's like rubbing on ingrown hairs and it's just not the one. Yeah, and I've found actually since I've done IPL, I don't get that, which that's like one major plus for me. But if you're good with pain, the best. But if not, yeah, that's the one that I struggle with. Anyway, I feel like I've gone on enough now. I'm gonna go on to some frequently asked questions. Let's just go on. So, how's progress going? I feel like I've answered that. How often do you use it now? So as I say, it's a lot more infrequent, but I feel like every session is really effective now that I've done that like 12 weeks. So I would say I do it like every 2 to 3 weeks generally. I am going to do some footage of me doing it after I film this, so I'm gonna do it after I film this, so that's like 3 weeks. Try and do it, yeah, every 2 to 3. Is all the hair gone? I've answered that, so no it's not. It's very good progress, but the hair is not all gone. But that's not really what this device is for it to be like gone forever. Do you recommend the machine over other ones? Is it worth the money? I definitely do, I've got to say. I'm getting a lot of comments in my other videos. I don't know if I'm meant to like block them. Sorry, I don't normally get like this many comments on my videos. I'm not really used to it. I get lots of people like recommending these really cheap, sometimes quite possibly like dodgy machines. None of that is like by me. I have only ever used the Braun Silk Expert Pro 5, and that's the only one that kind of I recommend because it's the only one that I've used. This is like quite an intense machine, so for me personally, like I would rather buy from like a trusted name. It works and it's really safe. At the end of the day, it's like a very intense laser. These things can be like really damaging to your skin if you use kind of like the wrong type. Basically, they've got to work right because it's a risky machine. I massively would recommend the Braun Silk Expert Pro 5. I've had such a good experience with it. The zapper is really, really fast, which when I've looked or when I was looking at other machines, it can take like way too long to do, especially with me. Like I'm trying to do like a lot of my body, stuff like that kind of matters. So yes, I 100% would recommend the one that I've got. I have sensitive skin. Do you think it would be okay? That's tricky for me to answer. On the Braun one that I've got, it has levels, so I think it has 3. And they're specially catered, so depending how sensitive your skin is, you can choose which one, and that's like how harsh your zapper is. I think if you have sensitive skin, you can 100% use it. Just make sure that you're getting one that has like a catering for sensitive skin. So for example, the one I've got, it does have it like a feather button. I do it on the fullest because I don't really have sensitive skin, but I have tried the zapper on the more sensitive one, and it is so much like lighter, less intense, using like a nice kind of cooling sensitive moisturizer afterwards to just kind of like calm your skin. I don't see why it would be an issue. If you've got really sensitive skin, I would maybe like check with a doctor or something just to sort of like cover yourself. Obviously I am not an expert, so do your research. How's your bikini line going? So I touched on it. I just get so nervous to do it. The hair is not completely gone, but it's the growth rate. It's really slowed down, and also when it grows back, I'm going to be majorly TMI here, but let's be honest, we're talking about the bikini line, so it's going to happen. I don't know about anyone else, but like when you shave, there's always that day where the stubble is kind of like going through the skin, and basically it's like not a good day because it's like quite like itchy. It almost like creates this kind of rash because the sharp hair is like obviously like coming through the skin, and that's just not a good day for anyone. But with this, obviously because it's like softening your hair, I found it's amazing for that. Like I don't get that day anymore. The hair just like nicely comes through and it doesn't itch or anything. So yes, it is working, but it's not working in like banishing the hair, if that makes any sort of sense. It's going well though, it's going well. I hope I've answered that. And also I get like patchy areas where it's worked really well, but because I struggle so much to do it because of the pain, I don't think I kind of cover enough with the zaps. I don't know. I got a really helpful comment from this girl on Instagram, and she said it hurt like a motherfucker, but she religiously did it for 12 weeks, and she said she gets like no hair anymore. It's gorgeous. So like it definitely works. You just gotta be like willing to go through the pain. Oh yeah, I've written the quote here from the girl. So she said, "Consistency is key. All my fanny hair is gone." Oh, she's on week 9 out of 12 and it's basically all gone. Good on you, girl. good on you. If I use it on my tummy hair, will it affect my hormones? No, I have never read anything about that. It definitely shouldn't. Again, I'm not an expert, but I don't think they could kind of like sell it if it did anything like that. I've done it on like kind of lower tummy, because obviously connects to a certain other area, and I've had absolutely no issues. So hopefully that puts your mind at ease. How important is the precision head? I'll show it in a cutaway, but yeah, there is like a precision nib. It's quite important. I mean, when I was doing the upper lip, that's when I would use that. Sometimes this is weird to admit. I do it on my toes because I've got a slight little hairy toe situation. And that's when I'll use the precision nib. Anything else, I would definitely use the other one because it just saves time. But yeah, the precision head is really helpful if you're doing more kind of specific areas, especially I would say if you're doing anything on your face. How much does it hurt? I answered this quite in depth in one of my other videos, so I would definitely go and watch that. Yeah, I would say downstairs hurts the most out of anything in the world. Legs, I would say, are very, very okay. It's more if you want to do thigh or inner thigh, that hurts a lot. Arm is absolutely fine, and armpit is a little bit more painful. So I would say armpit, inner thigh, and punani. Bad times. But it's worth it. Like, it's worth it. Do you still shave before every treatment? Yes, I do. I still have a little bit of hair in places. Like, you've got to have a clean surface to IPL on for it to be safe. You don't want it targeting the hair that is protruding out your skin. So yes, you do still have to shave. Do you shave your face before? As I say, I'm not doing anything on my face anymore, but if I was doing it on my face, yes, I would be. Is it normal for no glass/plastic to be covering over it? I'll do a close-up of my device because this girl was really freaked out that she had like a piece missing, and actually when mine came in the post, I thought the exact same thing, so I thought it'd be quite handy to show you what it's meant to look like. Mine is a bit gross. I don't know if anyone else goes like this, but I might as well show you. But no, there is not meant to be any sort of covering over the top. Should I wear eyewear while using IPL? Yes, and I really wanted to address this. I thought I'd written it down. Right, I'm gonna put in a very helpful comment I got from an expert within the field. I really, really want to apologise basically for this thumbnail that I've used. I think I'm going to try and edit it because she said it's like really, really dangerous to use it without any eyewear, especially on your face. I was really stupid to use it without eyewear, and if you see in my other videos, I use it every other time I use like sunglasses, but for some reason, I think because it was like daylight, it felt really bright anyway. I thought that it wouldn't like notice. Basically, it was a stupid mistake from me, and I really am sorry. Like, I shouldn't be kind of promoting that. At the end of the day, like, I am not an expert, and that's where things like this happen. But yes, every other time I use sunglasses. Nothing online on Braun says that you should use eyewear. Nothing in the manual does either. I really think it should come with some. Like, that's my one thing, because this lady says it can be like really damaging for your eyes, and I had literally no idea. So I'm not like blaming the product, but I do think if it's that dangerous, like, the product should come with it. I will now be investing in some like laser appropriate goggles. I would like to kind of preach, if you're planning on buying a device, try and look into some laser appropriate eyewear to cover yourself. So yes, thank you for that really helpful comment, because it was really educational for me and opened my eyes. Pardon the pun. Speaking of helpful comments, I just wrote down a few comments that really were helpful from the comments of the other videos, and I just wanted to kind of give them a bit of a... So, a few comments about pain. Women are more sensitive to pain leading up to their periods, which is why it will feel different at different times. Yeah, in my last video, I spoke about occasionally it hurts a lot more. And yeah, this is a really interesting explainer of why. Careful with those periods, girls, because they come out and bite you. Armpits. from my last few videos, I was noticing quite different results on my armpits. I think from the pictures I've shown of my current progress, I think it's evened out, so that's good times. But yeah, people are saying one armpit is always hairier than the other. It's normal for a lot of girls and me. I don't know why. Another person even says even at the salon, people saw different results in each armpit. It's 3 times as much hair on one pit compared to the other. Wow. A few experts have mentioned the importance of room lighting when using IPL. If part of the body is in a shadow, this could explain the difference in armpits. Wow, interesting stuff. Self-tan. So I spoke about not being able to use self-tan while doing IPL. I said like it was really not effective. I never used it when I had like full self-tan, but I was saying like if some clung on, that area would not respond well to the IPL. But someone actually said that the self-tan is actually dangerous because it causes the laser to target the pigment in the product, which, wow, like this is what I mean by it's a dangerous machine. Like you need to look into how to use it right. So from that comment, like that's probably a good point. If you are a religious tanner, every Thursday you do your tanning routine, like do not buy an IPL kit because it's just not going to slot into your lifestyle well at all. You just don't want it on at all, any sort of like residue or you know what I mean. You don't want that. You don't want that, okay? That was so much has been said there. I really hope I answered your questions. To summarise, I am so happy, so pleased I got it. I will be continuing to use it on like every 2 to 3 weeks. And yeah, it's just a great time. I really hope you enjoyed that video. Obviously, I've answered a lot of questions there, but if you have any remaining questions, feel free to comment it below. I'll happily answer your question down there. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. What do we think about the new bathroom? What do we think about the new background? I'm in the new flat. I haven't really done like a proper sit down video with a background. So what do we think of it? I'm on a stool. I feel like I'm a member of Westlife. I want it that way. Is that a Westlife song? I hope so. Anyway, just quickly, any like lovely subscriber people who come back for more, what do you enjoy from me? What content do you want to see? Obviously, I've been veering more into like the home style kind of content because that's just what a lot of my life is taken up by right now. But what do you want to see from me? Please let me know down below. I hope you enjoyed that video and I hope you're having a lovely day. I will see you in my next video. Bye.